we have the rules of precedence, operator precedence, from 1 to 9. The highest is the first one that you are looking at, is like this: arithmetic operator, concatenation operators, comparison conditions, is, not, null, like that, not between, not equal to, not logical condition, and logical condition, or logical condition. So what he's telling you is that if you have an expression that contains an arithmetic operator, that contains concatenate, that contains comparison conditions, all these things, the system is going to start with arithmetic operators first. It will check this one first, before this one, like that. So it means that not operator comes before an operator, and an operator comes before all operator. Now I have select employee ID, first name, last name, job ID, salary, commission percentage. Let me remove this commission percentage. From employees, where job ID. Okay. So I'm just going to use them. Where I will say job ID underscore ID equals, let's run this one first. Now, can you see I'm having AD press? Okay, I know them. Where job ID equals, since it's character, I have to put it in single quote, SA underscore rep, sales rep. I'll put or equals, I will explain, underscore press. Then I have an salary greater than, say, 15,000. Now, what is this saying? From employees, where job ID equals to sales rep or job ID equals to president and salary is greater than 15,000. What this is telling you is that, looking at the operator precedence, I told you that AND logic is greater than the OR. When you look at these rules of precedence, the AND logic condition is greater than the OR logic condition. The OR is number 9, AND is number 8. We are going to apply it in this our script. So the script is select employee ID, first name, last name, job ID, salary from employees, where job ID equals to SA rep or job ID equals to president and salary is greater than 15,000. Now, how do you read it? Looking at this now, we have two operators. We have a lot of operators, equals to, greater than, equals to. We have the OR, we have the AND. Now, the AND is superior to the OR. So it's going to read this like this: job ID equals to president, salary is greater than 15,000. The answer it will get, it will now compare it to the OR, which is this one, sales rep. The way you are going to read this script, this query, is that select the row if an employee is a president and salary is greater than 15,000, or a sales rep, because this AND is superior to this OR. Now this OR was joining this and this together, but this AND is joining this and this together, and the AND is superior. So you are going to read the AND first before the OR. So you say, from employees, Select row, that is select employee ID, select first name, select last name, select job ID, and select salary. If the employee is a president and salary is greater than 15,000, or the employee is a sales rep. So I'm going to take this script. I'm just going to copy it. I'll show you something. So what it's going to do, first and foremost, I'm going to delete this. This is what it's going to do. Yeah. So this is the way it's going to read it first and foremost. Let me separate here. So this script, this one means select employee ID, first name, last name, or job ID. First name, last name, job ID, salary from employees. Where if the way you read this one is that from employees, select row if the employee is president and salary is greater than 15,000. So if I run this, watch. An error was encountered. Invalid relational operation, invalid relational operator. Oh, where job, where job ID. Don't mind me. I remove underscore ID equals. That is what it's supposed to be. So look at this. The way you read this, select row if employee is president and salary is greater than 15,000. So he brought out only one employee, which is what? Stephen King. So it means that Stephen King is president and the salary of Stephen King is 24,000. So this condition is true. So he's returned one person. Are you with me? If I change this one to less than and I run it, it will not return anybody. See, it didn't return anybody because the two conditions have to be true. You understand that part, right? Okay. So when I change this back to greater than, the two conditions has to be true. So it will return one employee. Now, this is what it has done. Now, so in this one, it will return, this is the same script here. This one is saying from employee, select row if the employee is president and salary is greater than 15,000, or the employee is a sales rep. So it's going to return this Stephen King because this Stephen King met these two conditions, met this condition first and foremost. But you know that the or operator will return any row that meets this condition or meets this condition. So this one now is going to return Stephen King, one. Then it will return all the employees that have their ID as sales rep. When I run this query now, you see it's going to add additional names. It's going to add additional names. All the people that are sales rep will also appear with this person. So when I run, can you see? So Stephen King is returned because that condition was fulfilled. Now, it's now going to compare it with the other people. Look at all these people that are returned. How many? 31 employees. If you scroll down, you'll be seeing them. See, they are all sales rep. But their salary, some of them, they have salary greater than 10,000, while some they don't have. But it came. The reading of this script is that from employees, select row if the employee is a president and salary is greater than 15,000, or the employee is a sales rep. So I told you that in this one, which is read as from employees, select row if job ID, if the employee is the president and salary is greater than 15,000. When you run this, it brought out only one employee. That is the employee that meets these two conditions. Now, those two conditions are what you are introducing here. And or. So this one, this condition will return this person, which is Stephen King. Now, it will now check this other condition now, which is this. So because of the or, any employee that is a sales rep will also be returned. So it's going to return both this one and anybody that is a sales rep. When you run this, it's going to give you all these people, including Stephen King. So Stephen King is the president. He's not among the sales rep people, but he's returned because he met the first condition. And then sales rep are returned because they are sales rep, all these other people. So that is that. Now, I can use parentheses. Now, the rules of precedence was applied here. If I don't want it that way, I want to change it. I can come here, add bracket here. Are you with me? And put bracket here. Now, with this, I have changed this query by just introducing this parenthesis. Can you see? It's returned only one person. Why? Now, how is it going to read? Because bracket has been introduced into this query, the system is going to deal with what is inside the bracket first before what is outside of the bracket. This script is now going to read, select the row if an employee is a sales rep or a president and the salary is greater than 15,000. So it will now check in this one. When it runs this, job ID is sales rep or president. Now, let me do another thing here for you. See what will happen. I'm going to delete this one and paste that one here. And then I will remove this one. I'm going to remove this. I will remove this bracket. I will remove this one. Then I will terminate. So this script is saying, select employee ID, first name, last name, job ID, salary from employees, where job ID equals to sales rep or job ID equals to president. So it's going to bring out president and sales rep. Now, when I run it, can you see? It brought out 31. President and sales rep came out here. Now, it's now going to take all this answer in this one. Let me bring this up. So what he's doing now is that from this, all these people, he will now check and salary equals to 15,000. Inside all these people, the one that the salary is equals to, so two conditions is going to be met now. He has brought out all these people with this. And the and is now saying, check all of them. If their salary is not greater than 15,000, don't return them. So you will look at the first one. Your salary is 24,000. Yes, pass. This one, 10,000 is less. You cannot pass. You will look at all of them. Can you see? None of them again has salary that is greater than 15,000. So it's not going to return any of them except the president. So when you run it, it's returning only the president. So this one is saying, select the row if an employee is a president or a sales representative and if the employee earns more than 15,000. Just by introducing these parentheses, the script has changed. Because this parenthesis has enabled you to override the precedence of the operators and has higher precedence than or. But when you introduce this parenthesis, the bracket has higher precedence than and. So what is inside the bracket is what you are going to deal with first before you now add the and. So with the operator, you can manipulate your output the way you want it.